up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. But not so happy for me. Well, I'm alive and I'm blessed. I can say that. I'm happy to be that. But y'all, what am I gonna do with my Cowboys, y'all? What are we gonna do? Y'all, we look terrible. Y'all, we look so bad. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. Hey, Arabia. Happy Tuesday, Arabia. Happy Tuesday. Arabia, the Cowboys look terrible. They look terrible. Man. I don't think we're going to do nothing this year. I do not think we're going to move the needle at all this year. It's starting out pretty rough. Said don't feel bad. Yeah, I ain't gonna let it stress me too much. I'm not gonna let it stress me too much. Too much. But you know, they it's just not looking good. It's just not looking good. So how's your day going? How's your day going? Hey KTC, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm leaving work, y'all. I'm gonna head to this gym for a little while before I go home. So I just wanted to come on here and see how everybody Tuesday was going. Hey, keep the change. Did you see Dame Dash Breakfast Club interview? Uncle Al, what's up? Oh, you took off 2 days? I know that's right. Sometimes you need that. I need a whole 30 days off. That's what it feels like. You ever wake up in the morning and get ready for work, sit on the side of the bed and just say to yourself, like, why I can't retire? Why can't I just retire and just get it over with? It be like that. I know it's like that for me. Tired of working. But then you say that, and then once you retire, then you gotta find something to do, and some people end up going back to work someplace else. Said 50 Cent can't. No, not at all. Not at all. You know, Dame Dash problem is he messed up and burned his bridges with so much people, and now everybody else flourishing and doing their thing, and he's around here broke and can't get nothing, can't get himself together and can't get off his feet. Now he want to blame everybody else, blame everyone else for your bad decisions and your choices. I was looking at Shannon Sharp interview with The Rock, one of the rappers, The Rock, and he was part of what's his name? Oh goodness, Jay-Z group. He was part of them, and he was telling Shannon that a lot of things that he used to tell Dame back in the days, that he needs to slow his roll. Dame wanted He's one of these type of people who want credit for everything. Rock Nation, right? Rock Nation. He wants credit for everything that happened. He don't want nobody. He didn't want nobody else to get credit. So he had like a jealous. Basically, he had a jealous spirit about himself. So with his jealousy, it caused a lot of problem. You know, he wanted, yeah, shame. He's shamed. He's shamed. But a lot of his shame is caused on himself. He did it to himself. So I'm like, you know, you can't cut off the hands that feed you and then turn around and want them to help you get out of your bag, get out of your own way. You can't win like that. Rock Nation, when he was talking to Shannon, he actually told Shannon, he said when he got his first $150,000, he said, from Shannon. I mean, not from Shannon, sorry, from Jay-Z, working with Jay-Z. He said he he took that money, and because he's never had that much money before in his life, he thought he was rich. So Jay-Z always had the mindset that he always wanted more. He said Jay-Z always was the way he is now. He said Jay-Z was like that from the beginning. So when he got that money from Jay-Z, Jay-Z used to call his mom and tell his mom, you know, come on, let's go in the studio, let's go make some more music, you know, let's go work. He said he was to the point where he used to tell his mom, just tell Jay I ain't home. You know, because he felt like he was rich. Hey, Miss Baker, what's up? He felt like he was rich with that $150,000 until that money ran out. And he said when that money ran out and he saw what Jay was doing, Jay started blowing up and doing his thing. And finally, Jay actually called him back and told him, said, look, you want to live for now, or you want to live for the future, for the rest of your life. You can't just live for the now. You got to live for the rest of your life. And he said that gave him a wake-up call when that money ran out and he saw what Jay was doing. He was trying to take him to the next level. And he said when he got back on track, he said you don't have to worry about that no more. He said he stayed focused. And it used to be rumors, he said, how, you know, people was feeling about Dame Dash. And he said he used to actually tell Dame, look, man, you gotta chill because, you know, they saying this and, you know, they're saying that, you know, you gonna mess around and they gonna, you know, move you out the way if you don't start, you know, if you don't stop tripping, right? So Dame Dash felt like he was on top of the world. He felt like he was bigger than them. And that turned around and that bit him. It bit him because look at him now. You know, he said he ain't broke, but I mean, he's acting like he's broke because he's acting angry and bitter. He's acting angry and bitter. That Breakfast Club interview was ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it was funny. It was funny, but it's kind of shameful to see him carrying on like that. Exactly. Exactly. That's right. Yeah, he was bitter for a long time, you know. I think Jay-Z just got, Jay-Z took a Leah from him. Jay took a Leah from him. Jay probably took Beyonce from him. He probably was the one trying to get all the women. And Jay swept him right from under him. Allegedly. He doing this thing now, Jay. You know, people say what they want to say about him. They, you know, that's one thing about, you know, when those guys, back in the days, they were hustling and the illegal way of getting money. But the smart ones took that money and flourished and made it something different. And that's when that's when that's how you play the game. That's how you play the game. But you got them ones out there, they think that they're gonna just get rich and stay rich off of selling drugs and doing all the stuff that you're not gonna keep your money that way. You're not gonna keep it. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Jay, he probably did it. I'm sure he did his thing out there messing around or whatever. But he had a good thing in Beyonce, so he knew where his money was at. He knew who to take home to mama. And now look at them. They got a whole franchise right now. They living good. Yeah, you got to do things the right way. Everybody make bad decisions in life. I always used to tell my kids coming up, you don't want to be the type, you don't want to be in the position when you're an adult, you got to say, I wish I could. You always want to be in a position to say, I'm glad I did. Because that, I wish I could, sometimes you can't correct it. Sometimes you make such bad choices in life, it'll haunt you for the rest of your life. One decision can haunt you for the rest of your life. You got to be smart. Everybody make mistakes, but you got to be a point in your life where you got to wake up. Some people, they still adults making bad decisions. Like, when y'all gonna grow up? When are you gonna grow up? You got to grow up sometime. You got to grow up sometime. There ain't no woman out there want no man they gotta be taken care of. Nobody want to be in a car with 3 grown men, a husband and 2 children, and 3 children and 3 children to take care of. They don't want that. So, and a lot of men think that women are just being picky when it comes to that, but no. I mean, these days and time, look. Want someone, a woman wants a man's man, someone's gonna stand up, and hold it down. If you got to be the man or wear the pants in your household all the time, you got the wrong one. I'm sorry. That's just the way. That's just my thoughts anyway. Everybody might not feel that way. Some people might want a yes man, who knows. But that's not how I grew up. I grew up watching my father work 2 and 3 jobs and taking care of his family. I watch my brothers, they all do the same thing. So that's what I would expect, in a man. Not to say a man has to work 2 or 3 jobs. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying you would expect a man that has that mindset and that mentality. Exactly. And you're right, KTC, but the thing is, when you say that as a woman, men look at you like, oh, see, you one of them ones who think you don't need a man. No, it's not that you don't need a man. Not to say a woman don't need a man, but I don't need a man that I have to take care of. See what I'm saying? You want a man that you can at least work, have 50-50, y'all can grow together. And not to say somebody has to be rich, because I don't think a man have to be rich to be with you, but you got to be able to contribute. At least try to contribute in what you're trying to build, because that's the name of the game when you in a relationship. You want to build. You want a man that you can build with. You could do bad by yourself. Exactly. But but I'm for marriage and relationship and all that stuff. And you know, I'm not saying that stuff isn't good, but I'm just saying, as a woman, you want someone that's gonna contribute and build to that relationship, make it whole. And, especially if you plan to have a family, because especially if you're having a family, if you have boys, your boys want to be able to see that, because I'm telling you, um, a lot of relationships that are built, even if a relationship is built in a single parent home, and the mom can do the best that she can and make sure that kid have everything and anything that they need, but the absentee of that father is going to show somewhere in that child's life. It's going to show. So it's important. It's important to have that stable house. It is important to have that family unit. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But you can see it in some children when it's missing. And you could be the parent that take your kid to all the ball games, making sure they don't miss anything. But eventually it's going to show in that kid that they're missing. They're missing that in their life. So, but I do feel as though you still got to pick wisely, though. That song, what's the name of that song? Is it Betty Wright? I can't remember the song right now. Oh, I think it's Betty Wright. But she said, so you see the lyric? Yeah, that's messed up. That's I don't know. How do you feel about that, KTC? How do you feel about that? I was talking to me and my coworkers. Some of my coworkers were having that conversation at work, and they feel as though that is fair, because they like women, they're all for, women's want women's right. So when it comes to that, it should be equal too. I do get it, and I understand that. But what my thing is, it's so hard on these women. It's so hard on these women stars at the end of the day, because if you try to find someone that's rich, they're gonna take advantage of you because they got more, they got more money than you, so they're gonna use you for whatever they can get you for, and they're gonna mess around and do all the stuff, which any man might do that anyway. But a woman like Mary, if she go find someone that's in her equal, they're gonna do her wrong. She go and she try to find someone that's not in her equal, that don't have as much money. When she leave, or if it doesn't work out, this is what happens. She got to pay him. He knew that when he got into that relationship with Mary, that if it doesn't work out, sometimes I think keep the chain, they don't work just because of that. They don't work because of that. Because they know as long as they making less money, if the relationship doesn't work out, they're gonna get paid. They know they only get paid. So it's, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough for these women out here. I tell you, it is tough. But I was about to say something. Oh, I think it was Betty. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But is it Betty Wright that sing that song, Keep Your Chain? Having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. Is that Betty Wright? I was like, I was listening to that song the other day, and I said, shh, that song don't go for this women, these women these days. Not this stage of women. That probably would for the women back then, but nah, not now. What you need a piece of man for if you still just to have a man, you know, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Is Betty okay? That's what I thought. Betty Wright. We having some songs out there. Yeah. Keep the change. How do you make people a mod on here? I never agreed with it either. I never agreed with it either. I was trying to figure out how to oh, I think I see it. Let me see. All right, keep chain. I just made you a moderator. Keep the chain. You know I don't know what I'm doing, right? So I'm trying to figure this out. But let me type in here. Let me see if it came up. If I did it right. Okay, are you laughing? Okay, all right. Yeah. Uncle L, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about Mary's situation where her and her husband divorced and she has to pay him? As a man, how do you feel about that? Yeah, KTC. Those songs back then, nah, not for me. Not for me. Not at all. It was so funny. What's so funny is we used to actually be singing these songs. I'm like, did we know what we were singing as children? Or as young people? Like some of them songs, like you hear it now, like, I can't believe I used to sing that song. What's up, Lonnie? What's going on? How you doing? You said you don't keep up with that. But in your opinion, how do you feel about a man having to woman having to pay a man oh, you said she signed up for that? Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. She did, but I don't know. You driving home? Okay. We were just talking about Lonnie. We was talking about Mary J having to pay her husband alimony. I was saying that was messed up. That those broke men always go get the women with money. Same thing happened to Halle Berry too, I believe. Halle Berry, same thing happened with her too. I don't know what's going on with her, you know. She just can't keep no husband. I don't understand. She's a beautiful lady. I don't understand why she can't keep no husband. What y'all think? I think I saw David Justice on somebody interview, and he said, yeah, she got to pay him alimony, Lonnie. Yeah. What's up, Riley? Yeah, I think I saw David Justice. He was on an interview, right? And he said that she never cooked. I was like, I think she gave him a response, but I didn't see her response. But I was like, how do you mean she don't have to cook all that money she got? She can hire somebody. But I think Shoot, I think she had like 3 husbands. Oh, yeah. Oh, she had to pay too? Oh, he died. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah. I'm not gonna say she was happy for that, but you know, I'm glad. I know she's happy she ain't gotta make no more payments. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, it's it's a lot of women celebrities like um in that situation. But like Uncle Al said, if you sign up for it, it is what it is. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I think a lot of them are in situations like that. He said same way. Yeah, well, Roy Lee. Maybe something wrong with the men. Why something gotta be wrong with her? Maybe she's just picking bad choice of men. Yeah, Vivica Fox too. So wait a minute, are y'all saying it's all the 90s women? Because that's what it seems like. All the 90s, the 90 era music, because that's what it seems like. Taraji isn't married. Mary, she can't keep no husband. Halle Berry. Yeah, Fantasia's still with her husband too, right? Long is she still with her husband? Fantasia? I didn't hear nothing about them. But what it is, Roy Lee, the women now, the women back then, they were more about their careers. They don't want, like you see, Mary don't have any children. I don't think Taraji have any kids. Halle Berry finally had one, but you know, I don't think she had kids until it was until she was like in her late 30s or early 40s or something like that. I don't know. And maybe that's why they need to just stay single. But see, Mary went through a lot when she was dealing with Jodeci, that guy on JoJo on Jodeci. He ran her. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about them. The last I heard that they were, you know, they were together and they were happy. But I mean, I hope it works out for her. I hope it does. Casey, yeah, Casey. I said Joe. What did I say? JoJo? Casey, yeah. Snoop, LL. Yeah. So what you say? That's who all the guys she was with? Roy Lee? That's what you're saying? My bad. I said I said JoJo. Yeah. Casey, my bad. Yeah, but he did her wrong though. You know, Mary, my girl. She's still my girl now. I love me some Mary J. But he did her wrong. But let me tell you something. When she was going through that stuff, y'all, she made some good music. Her pain came out in her music, and you could hear it. Which most artists are like that. They sing through their pain. But Roy Lee, are you saying that's who because Snoop, LL, and well, I know Snoop and LL, they still with their wives from way back then. So love is all we need. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what's the other song I like? What is that song? It's a song her and Beyonce did together. Yeah, Snoop is still with his high school sweetheart. Keep the chain. Yeah, he's still with her, and LL still with his wife too. Yeah, but look, Snoop done did his thing though. He might have been with his wife, but he was out there running around with a bunch of women. But those ladies stayed right there, right there. Hey, 27, Darren. Yeah, his wife. He say, "No fun if the homies can't have none." What's the four? Yeah, what's the 411? Yeah, that was my jam too, girl. That was my jam too. She had some hits. She had some hits. But Mary never got married and she never had kids, but there always was rumors out about her that she liked both. So I don't know if maybe that's why she never really settled. How many of y'all in here remember, because everybody should be of age, how many of y'all remember MC Light? I used to love some MC Light, y'all. MC Light and Queen Latifah and all of them, when they came out, I used to love them. You never heard of MC Light, Lonnie? Oh, you talking about Mary J. Mary? Yeah, I used to hear that back in the days, because they used to say she was on drugs, but I don't know. I don't know how true that was. They said she was doing the whole Diddy thing or whatever. Um, but that's allegedly. I don't know if that's true now. That's allegedly. But yeah, MC Light did get divorced a couple of times. She did. I used to wonder about her too. It's like I gotta go further back to challenge you. Let me see. I guess Uncle L, you got the Kumo D days, right? Kumo D. The My Adidas days. Yeah, that's true. And have you tricking. That's what I heard allegedly. Yeah, Oprah don't either. But my thing is, I think a lot of them, and I feel as though they just were more career oriented back then than the actors and the singers now. Like, you look at Carly B. Carly B going to her fourth child right now. She's going to her fourth child. She ain't got no. She ain't for her, all for her husband or whatever, but she got the mindset that, look, she's going to family while she's young. Yeah, I ain't gonna challenge him. Who did she diss on the 10% diss? Um, I don't know, cause one of my favorite songs from her Uncle L was Poor Georgie. I used to have that song on repeat over and over and over again. Poor Georgie, that was my song. I used to love that song. Yeah, Lonnie, from the Master Flash days. Oh yeah, don't push him cause he close to the edge. Ha 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 ha. That's Uncle L days. Uncle L, that's your time. The human beatbox. Yeah. Uncle L shouldn't be you. Uncle L, you shouldn't be too much older than I am, though. Yeah, yeah. Brenda's got a baby. The children's story. Yeah. Look, back then, that's when music used to be music. You could actually understand the rap. The rap had meaning to it. You know, it's it's different. It's different now. Like the music out there now, the music out here now, I barely understand what I'm trying to be saying. I understand what they're saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. And all they do is repeat the same thing over and over again. They repeat the same thing over and over again, and they make a song out of it. That's it. Back then, even the rap songs back then had some. Even the rap songs back then had meaning to it. Even if it was bad meaning, it was a meaning. Nowadays, we don't know what we get now. But those were the good old days, though. Exactly, exactly. They go on stage high. They go on the stage high. They do. Roy Lee, was you a Tupac fan, or a Biggie fan? Some people don't even some people don't like Biggie because they felt like Biggie I don't know. They said with his music now, you like Tupac? I do too. I do too, 27. I thought Tupac was one of the finest things that hit the streets. But he was smart. He was very smart and very educational. Even though, he might have been out there doing his thug thing, but he was very smart. Tupac probably could have been an activist, to be honest with you. Because you know his mom was part of the Black Panther. So he was into black rights. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what it is. You and back then when you used to hear it, you didn't think about it like that. But now when you a lot of songs when you hear it now, you listening to it, you're like, what? Wait a minute. What did you just say? You have to really think about it. Like, I know you lying. But the 90s music was the best. Okay, you was born. No, Riley, you was born in 92? Yeah, you was born a year after I graduated high school. Golly. You're almost the same age as my oldest son. But you're right, 27. He did. He had some suspect music, for real. But after seeing and hearing all the Puff stories, after seeing and hearing all the Puff stories, I ain't surprised at none of them lyrics. Because they were doing some stuff back then. 83, baby. All right. That's shoot. Well, one thing you can say about most black folks, you don't know their age because we don't age, you know, we don't age like white folks do. I don't want to sound, make it sound like prejudice or anything, but we really don't age. Let me tell you, I got my class reunion coming up next weekend, and some of my classmates, I'm gonna tell you, you know how you walk up to people and they look familiar, but you don't remember them because they don't look the same? That's how I usually be when I see my classmates. And they'll come and they'll be like, hey girl, how you doing? Oh, I haven't seen you. And I'll be like, oh yeah, how you doing? And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, who's this? Because they don't look the same. They do not look the same. So, it's tough. Say Easy, Biggie, or Pac, I couldn't tell you anything about remembering how their death shocked the world. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't remember, like maybe if they start talking and saying something, then it might trigger my mind and I'll remember, but other than that, they don't look like they look in school no more, so it's like I don't remember who they are. So because how we usually do our class reunion, because like our class, the whole school, because at my high school someone burned it down back in the 90s, so we actually don't have our actual school anymore. They built a middle school over by our school. So every year during the new school, during the new school homecoming, they have a class reunion for the whole 4 classes of my high school. So it's not just my class. It's like Every class that graduated from that high school have their class reunion that one weekend, and everybody tailgates at the game. And then and that Saturday, we go back to this place where we have a big gathering where everyone that graduated from the high school. It used to be real nice. It's real nice. So you see a bunch of people, like people that graduated before me, after I did, it's a bunch of people there. It usually be like 300 people, 300 or more people there. It turns out nice. They find that it's better to do it that way versus having one for every year. So that's how we've been doing it. Your high school did that too? Yeah, I think it's better that way. It's better that way because, like, even though the class that I graduated in, oh, you don't like boats 27? I love cruises. I went on one last summer. I do want to go. I didn't get to go on one this year, but yeah, I love a cruise. But it is kind of scary though. And hearing some of the stories and stuff that happens on it. It can be scary, but yeah. But my class, my high school class, everybody was pretty close. But like I said, our school was such a tight-knit school. Everybody just kind of, all the classes just kind of blend in with each other. Everybody were friends, so that's why that, having it like that, it actually works out pretty good. Yes, hey, 27, listen to Roy Lee. When you get on that boat, it feels like you walking on a big hotel. That's what it feels like. You won't even know that you're on the boat. It is nice. It is nice. You will enjoy it. Once everybody get out of that first fear, they'll go back again. I'm like that with I was like that with flying. I was so scared when I flew for the first time, y'all, just because the first time I flew was after 9/11. So that already got a fear in everybody's mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, once she get her a few drinks, she won't even know. She won't know where she is. She think she walking on land. She get that drink package, and that'll be it. Trust me, 27. You try. You and your sisters should play one year. All of y'all go together. You'll like it. You would like it. But I went when I flew for the first time. Oh, y'all, I was so nervous. Talking about somebody who was nervous. First time I flew, I went to Vegas. Oh Lord, I was so scared. I was so scared. I was looking around at everybody. Everybody looks suspect to me. I was I was like looking back at people, watching my back. Man, you thought I was on something on that airplane. I couldn't wait for that plane to land. But after that first flight, I was fine going back again. Yeah. I appreciate you guys coming through. I really do. I enjoy talking to y'all too. Uncle L, man. You said one of your sisters is from Vegas for her birthday. I know she enjoyed herself. When I went to Vegas, y'all remember when Steve Harvey used to have he used to have that show that what do you call that show he used to have down there in Vegas every year? Um, the Hoodie Award Show. I think that's what it was called. Steve Harvey used to do the Hoodie Award Show. Oh, thank you, Riley. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I do more uploads than I do live, but you know, recently I've been trying to do a little bit more live. But yeah, I do a lot of uploads. I got a couple cooking videos that I did. I just haven't had a chance to edit it and upload it, but I'm gonna upload those pretty soon. But that's mostly what I do on here. But I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you. But I went to the Hoodie Award when Steve Harvey had it, those years he used to have it in Vegas. And that was my first time flying. You said the Tom Joyner getaways? That's what. What's that? Okay, that's when you flew? Tom Joyner getaways. I've never been on. I never heard of that. I heard of Tom Joyner, but I don't know about. He did trips. But yeah, 27. You need to go ahead and get that cruise in, girl. You and you in a group, especially if you're going with a group of people. Y'all have a good time. Now, one thing I do not like, I wouldn't want to do. I don't want to do a 5-day cruise. Now, after that 3rd day, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be ready to come back home. I do start getting a little seasick after the 3rd day. So now, you know, when I go, I try to just go, now I try to go just like a little 3 days, like a Thursday to a Sunday, you know, through Sunday or something like that. I don't want to do 5 or 7 days. That's just too long for me. That's entirely too long for me. Some people love it though. Oh, you say he had cruises with guest stars? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Tom Joyner. Did you go on one, Uncle L? Did you go on it? I remember, I don't know if y'all ever heard of them. They had a radio show back in the day, Baby J and Tessa. Baby J and Tessa. I don't know. I think Tom Joyner used to be on that same station too, if I'm not mistaken. But they used to have cruise. They used to have boat rides. And back in the days, we did boat rides. It wasn't like an actual cruise, but they did like boat rides, and we used to do that back in the days too. Yeah, they don't do none of that stuff anymore. Ever since 9/11, a lot of that stuff cut out. A lot of that stuff. I mean, not 9/11. COVID. Ever since COVID, all that stuff, you know, cut out because everybody was so fearful of COVID. COVID took away the fun of everything. It's like the whole world changed after COVID came. But I better not say that too much on here, though. I get flagged, so the C word. Yeah. But I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm about to get up off here. Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, people was falling out left and right. That was a scary time. That was a scary time. But I already made it to this gym. I'm about to go in here and try to work out for a little bit, y'all. But when I come out, I might try to go back live on my ride home. But I really appreciate you guys coming through. That is bad. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. I don't know what my team is doing right now. It's shameful. It's shameful. The defense that is look like a junior varsity team probably can compete with them right now. That's how bad they look. And I hate to say this, but I do think they're missing Michael Parsons a little bit right now. Yeah, my son is a Giants fan too. So y'all on it. Man, okay, oh, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. I don't even wanna speak to John right now because I know he's gonna probably get at me too. Because I was talking trash to him last week. So I know that he's probably gonna get at me when I say run into him. So, well, not run into him, but hit his live. But I'm trying to avoid him right now. I'm glad I ain't bet no money. I tell you, I would have been broke today. Shit. But it's bad. I might can go out there and play better than them. Shoot, I don't know. The way they looking out there, arguing on the side, and then, what's that guy? Clowney. I can't even pronounce his first name, but you know who I'm talking about, Uncle L. Clowney. He signed with Dallas. How about 2 days before he signed with Dallas, he got arrested in South Carolina, in Rock Hill, South Carolina, for trespassing. I think he got out and all, but I was like, that's another headache that's going to be added to the team. Like, you know, South Carolina is his hometown. We can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. I swear, we just can't catch a break. What's the old saying? When it rains, it pours. That's the Cowboys. Yeah, he used to play for South Carolina. Yep, he got arrested for trespassing. Where, what he was trespassing and who, I don't know. But yeah. But I might try to go back live a little bit later, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through. Thank y'all. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button for me. And I will talk to y'all later. All right, y'all have a good day.